Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Season 41, War number 3. Today we're taking on TCN, who found themselves docked after last season. Team today, Thunderbolt Kill Squad back in action. Scorpion, Agent Venom, and Kraven. I am super excited. I love using Scorpion and Agent Venom in war. Going to be starting off today on Path 2 in Section 1. First up we have the SASQUATCH on Node 5. Going to go in here with Scorp and the Poison Pre-Fight to reduce willpower healing. We don't want to parry, so you see me back off here until I get a placebo buff on me. That will prevent the roll with the punches node from reducing the stun duration. The other thing you're going to notice here, and I didn't know this was going to happen until I got into the fight, was that the neutralizes that we're placing on SASQUATCH, because Scorpion is a tactic attacker, those are actually preventing the placebo buffs from placing on us and then feeding into SASQUATCH's Mystic Dispersion. So, you know, since Scorpion, you're not doing full combos with him anyway, you're doing medium, 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 light, medium, etc. It's unlikely that I was going to accidentally give him 3 bars of power, like, you know, mid-combo or so. But I was a little surprised by that. I didn't have to adjust my playstyle too much, but I did kind of have to keep one eye on his power bar because we were going to be constantly placing those neutralizes on him. The neutralize, of course, reduces the ability accuracy of all buffs of the defender, regardless of whether they place them on themselves or on you. One more special 2 attempted here, I think does him in. There we go. Moving on, we have a Jessica Jones on Node 14. I think I wrote in my notes for this fight, just nuke the crap out of her, which is exactly what you're going to see here with Agent Venom. The damage over time that he gets with this synergy, especially boosted, is absolutely silly. You're going to see just 10 hits in here, and she's already melting down to about a third left. I think we get some bad RNG on the special 1 here, and we don't get a bleed or an incinerate, which is unfortunate, so we do end up having to bait out one more special attack from her, and then a parry and a 5-hit combo, I think, finishes off. Probably the easiest Jessica Jones fight you're ever going to see. Next up, we have a Mephisto on Node 20 here. Going to go in with Scorpion and the Rupture pre-fight. Going to basically ignore Strike Counter Fury here. Space Armor doesn't apply. And then Masochism over time we can't really avoid because Scorpion has a bunch of debuffs. However, you're going to see that the Neutralize and the Fate Seal from our special attacks is going to do a lot of work here in preventing the regen buff from happening. I'm actually not sure if this is a bug or not because Mephisto and later on Mordo are both immune to ability accuracy reduction. And neutralizes, it reduces the ability accuracy of buffs, of course. However, it does work in preventing the regen buff here, as you can see. So again, not sure if that's a bug or not. Either way, we are easily out damaging any regen that he does get. And I think one more special attack does him in mostly, and then a double medium finishes him off. So again, pretty easy fight. Okay, up in Section 2, we have a Wong on Node 34. This is a pretty standard fight. One of the great things about using Scorpion for Wong is that if Wong kills himself with a special attack, he is guaranteed to be below a bar of power, and thus will not give a bar of power to the following fight, which is really helpful. The only other thing you have to worry about here is his Unstoppable. He goes Unstoppable on heavy attacks, which is easy enough to avoid. However, he also goes unstoppable if you gain a buff during the blue spell, which does happen here at some point here. He has the blue spell active, he tosses the special 1, and when I dex it, he immediately gains the unstoppable from the precision buff, right here, I think. So I wasn't ready for it, but I was able to see it in time and back out, didn't get caught by it, thankfully. And I think I push him to the special 2 here, and he kills himself. So there we go, below a bar of power. That's going to make our next fight easier, which is this IKARIS on Node 44. Going to use the Rupture pre-fight here. So we're going to be naturally avoiding light attacks anyways, but the Neutralize and our Fate Seal from special attacks are going to take care of both the Flourish buffs from the tactic and also the Energize buffs, any Energize buffs that we may be accidentally giving him just as part of the normal play here. And then we got to make sure to throw specials when we can to avoid the power detonation. I think it does catch me right here, so about 10% per detonation, not critical here. I accidentally pushed myself to a special 2, which is actually okay, because now we're going to be siphoning the willpower healing that he's getting. So you're seeing a lot of like little, you know, .1s, .2s. So there we go. We're actually going to end up healing up most of the way back to full via that Petrify. One of Scorpion's best abilities, such underrated regen. For sure. And then just sticking to shortened combos, pushing him to those special attacks. He is not wanting to play into the taunt. There we go. Finally does. We are at a full yellow bar. There we go. So we took 1 detonation, still finished with full health. Alright, last fight in Section 2 is a Node 47 Mordo. Going to go in here with Scorpion and the Poison pre-fight. I talked about Mephisto earlier. Mordo, similar case here. Immune to passive ability accuracy modification. However, you're going to see the Neutralize successfully prevent his power gain buff from triggering him. Again, not sure if that's a bug or not. Either way, it makes the fight very easy. You saw there, I tried to heavy him expecting the power gain buff to trigger. He resisted it and didn't punch me, which is great. But now that I know that the power gain buff is not going to work for him, I can play this fight a little bit easier and just work to bait out specials rather than try and like walk him into the corner here. He's being, he's being Mordo. Even with the taunt, his AI is still so stingy. It drives me absolutely bonkers here. So there we go. He finally throws that special attack right away, and then another special one with the taunt up does him in. Alright, last fight of the war for me, some mini-boss action. We have a Node 54 Mangog. Going to go in here with Scorpion and the Poison pre-fight. We're also going to pop an invulnerability boost just in case the fight goes absolutely sideways. Spoiler alert, it does not, and we don't take a single hit here. We also have a White Mags pre-fight, which is not really necessary, but it does help just from an attack standpoint. So the plan here is just to spam special ones, and the reason why Scorpion is so good for this fight in particular is because against non-skilled champs, he can block unblockable special attacks when he has his taunt up from the special 1. So right here you can see the unblockable special 2, which is usually a killing blow for most champs. We can safely block, and we took basically no damage because Scorpion also has ridiculously high block proficiency as well here. So we want to be careful. If he gets enough rage, we do need to have a special available to intercept him with, but it doesn't really matter because he is being very cooperative here. This ends up being like a 40-second or so fight. After this special one, I think one more combo does him in. There we go. Easiest Node 54 Mangog fight you're ever going to see. We did come away with the win. Shout out to everybody else in BG3. We pulled off a donut this war, which was very satisfying. And also major props to DLL for putting together another fantastic war plan. 7 kills, 0 deaths, and our record on the season improves to 2-1. This was an extremely enjoyable war, and I do hope that Scorpion is unbanned in the future so that I can have another couple wars with him. Folks, let me know if you enjoyed this video by hitting that like button. If you noticed the neat little animation I added to the victory screen here, also let me know in the comments below so that I know that you actually watched the video for this long. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.